free Stellar Blade has been trending all over Twitter via a Twitter account by the name of Grums. He is an I believe, Blizzard employee. If I'm not correct, you can correct me in the comments. And basically, he started a petition, which I have signed and am in support of. As we'll get into, you can go sign it yourself. I'll get into that in the video. And basically, he set up a 10-step plan to get Stellar Blade reverted back to its uncensored, untouched version that seems like what Shift Up originally intended. So, without further ado, we'll stop the intro here and get into the video. And I'm only adding this because I forgot to add Grums' name as context. So, I'm glad my videos have intros and that kind of thing now. So we can get all the context in the beginning of the video. Free Stellar Blade. Enjoy the video. Alright, everyone. Today is the video I'm going to make about the Stellar Blade controversy. Probably the only video, because there's only really a point to discuss it if something new happens. There's been some developments recently with the Stellar Blade game. The first one being that they've censored the hard R graffiti. It was just the word hard in graffiti next to the word R, which means rest stop. It's basically just a place in the game you can rest and, I think, make food or eat up and recover any health. All that good stuff. Eve is supposed to use it as some sort of rest stop, you know? And they changed that to crime R or crimer, which is another slur, which I didn't know. I've never heard that slur before. They censored that first, and then some people are arguing that that was the gateway or the step Sony saw and took an opportunity to just censor the outfits on the day one patch. As you can tell, I'm not excited about it. I'm not angry, but I'm not going to just sit there and take it. So I did end up signing the petition to get Stellar Blade free of censorship. You can sign it too. It's on change.org. It's called Free Stellar Blade. On change.org.com. I mean, just .org, not .com. If you want examples of successes from change.org, McDonald's, the Pink Slime Movement worked. There's some other ones. I think it's on businessdaily.com. You can go read about them. Change does happen through change.org. So go ahead and sign the petition, Free Stellar Blade. Anyway, the next thing is about the clothing. People are describing the bunny suit, really. And from my perspective, it looks like they replaced where there was cleavage with some lace cloth, like black lace cloth, and maybe extended the bottom of the swimsuit, bunny suit, to where you can't really see the definition of her genitalia. But that's not here nor there. I don't really want to get into the discussion of if you like that or not, because it's not the point. The point is the game was promised as an uncensored game. That version was promised, and then Sony or someone responsible for making the changes took that away on the very first day of the launch of the game. And seeing as how they promised every region could have the game uncensored, I don't see why Sony Shift Up or anyone would make that executive decision to just censor most of the clothes. Hyung Tae came out, I believe that's his name, the creator of Stellar Blade and a developer, stated that 1.00.2 was the intended version for the game.
그 검열 버전으로 다시 할 수 있는 방법을 생각하고 계신지 아니면 이런 이슈를 혹시 지금 알고 계신지는 한번 좀 물어보고 싶었습니다.
예, 당연하게도 이 이슈에 대해서 인지를 하고 있습니다. 다만 이제 저희가 최종적으로 여러분들께 보여드리고자 하는 것은 1.0002 버전의 의상이 맞습니다. 그래서 그게 최종 프로덕트라는 것을 확실히 말씀드리고 싶고요. 다만 이제 이것이 어쨌든 유저 여러분들을 완전히 납득시켜드릴 수 있는 답변은 아니기 때문에 지금 현재 그것에 대해서 내부에서 논의 중입니다. 그래서 조만간 한번 그 부분에 대해서 말씀드릴 수 있는 기회가 있을 거라고 생각합니다.
조금만 기다려주시면 감사하겠습니다.
Which is the censored version. Most people have a hard time believing him. From what I've gathered from other people, they aren't buying it, and he even admits he knows people are not going to be happy with that response. And there's an internal discussion regarding it. So he says hopefully he'll get back to us soon. And for me, that indicates that 1.00.2 was not the intended version because there's an internal discussion about the censorship. So, but he could be telling the truth. He could be saying we lied and the intended version is the censored version. That's probably what he means. And I think he's telling the truth, but just in a very roundabout way. He's not getting to the exact truth, but he's not being dishonest by saying by claiming what he claimed. Which, if you're confused, that just means he was using corporate speak to say, yes, we lied. This is the intended version. There was no apology either. I think it's because Shift Up is a company. They're going to take money for whatever, especially if Sony offered a lot of money for censorship or something. But you can play the game uncensored. If you don't allow auto updates on your PS5, you turn off on the online, and you just play the game unpatched. It should remain the same on physical disc only, I think. I don't know if it's possible with the digital copy, because I believe you have to update that because it's an online feature. You have to play it while it's online or something. So, forced update. But yeah, if you have physical copy, I would advise against returning it since you can still play it uncensored. The next thing is to unsubscribe from Sony. Don't give them any more money. If you believe that they're behind the decision to censor the game. I think that's what Stellar Blade got wrong. Or actually, maybe just Sony, but I think they got the whole censorship thing wrong. They shouldn't have overpromised. I've seen this happen with other games, like Cyberpunk, where they overpromise what the game is and what it can do, and, where they're coming from. It's not a great thing. So the next topic I want to talk about is, what did Stellar Blade get right? So this is the section that I wanted to do in the beginning, but I didn't write these in any specific order. But this topic is more about what they did right. Okay, Shift Up made an attractive character, and they made a good game. The game really delivers on the action aspects, the RPG elements, the hack and slash, the kind of, I cringe every time someone says Dark Souls gameplay, but the enemy types are kind of like that. It's not as hard as what Dark Souls is, but it is a very like similar theme with the monsters and everything. Some people are saying they toned down the blood, and some people are saying that the trailers were just like being dramatic or making you want to buy the game more with the blood. But some other people are saying they significantly toned down the blood, and it's very obvious. So you can think what you want on that. I don't know about that quite yet, but it's not really apparent to me if the blood's gone or not. But when it's side by side, it looks apparent. Like there's Eve's covered in blood on one side, and then the other side, she's barely got any blood spatter on her. So that's a thing. Think what you want about that. What else? Oh yeah, Eve's attractive assets. When you see her from behind, that they did that run really good. I like that. The initial outfits, the uncensored ones, are very good. That's the intended. To me, that's the intended shift up version. It's not really my place to tell other people what they can and can't like, and I would never do that. So I don't know why they're doing that on Twitter. I'm kind of taking a 10-day hiatus because every other message is someone saying, "Oh, the petition won't work. You should cancel your PS subscription." And it's like, I don't know. There's two different kinds of dumb people. There's the dumb people that are for the censorship, and then there's dumb people that say, "Oh, you can only do it this way." And we're like, just do all three. You know, unsubscribe from Sony, from PlayStation Plus. Get the petition signed, free Stellar Blade, and then after that, mail a letter to Shift Up and Sony saying you don't like what they're doing, you want the intended version, and just be respectful and say, "Hey, I don't appreciate having my game changed when it didn't need a change, and I want to play it in its original version, whether or not they say that's the intended version or not. I want my Stellar Blade to be how it was on before the patch. You know, the patch wasn't necessary. Please revert the changes." So I would recommend sending a printed out, type it on your Word document, then print it out and send it to Shift Up Korea. I'm going to do that in the next couple of days. Since I have so much time off of Twitter, I'm going to, do my part. And hopefully we all can do our part, sign the petition, send a letter, and unsubscribe from PlayStation Plus. I've been away from PlayStation Plus since like 2022, since like six months into 2022, I think I got rid of it because I didn't really enjoy the games that were coming out. I saw the changes coming, and then I was correct in doing so because PlayStation Plus got even more expensive, and I was so glad to be out of there. I'm getting my PC soon. Hopefully I can emulate games. I might find a way to emulate Stellar Blade, to be honest. I know there's not a lot of PS5 emulators out there, but I might do it. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time. That's about enough from me. This video's been long enough. I think I'm going to end it that way. And, yeah, thanks for dropping by.